Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Udofia and I'm a professional makeup artist and a lover of everything beauty based in Toronto, Canada. If you're new here, hi, welcome. I'd love for you to join my family, so please don't forget to subscribe, please. Let's get right into the video. Today's video is one that I've been wanting to film for a while. I get people ask me, oh, I love your skin work. What foundation do you use? What foundation would you recommend? What foundation works best for this? I don't know, my voice is shaking. I'm cold. But yeah, a lot of people just keep asking, oh, tell us what foundation is best. What foundations can I have to my kids? What foundation is this and that and that? Now, before we get into this video, let me just clear this particular question that people get to ask: what foundation is best? What foundation is best? My answer would always be there is no best anything, because I believe that you make anything as good as it's supposed to be. Yes, good products actually improve the quality of your work, but at the same time, what's best for me might not be what's best for you or best to you, and that's why we have like varieties. And I also believe that the true value of a product always lies in not only how good the product is, but also lies in how you use it and how you know the application pretty much. So everything boils down to you, what you prefer, what suits your skin type, what finish you're going for, what's the essence or the purpose of using that particular thing. Are you looking for longevity, or are you looking for matte finish? Are you looking for a luminous finish? What exactly are you looking from your foundation? You know, so that's what will determine how best it is. So there is no best anything is what I'm trying to explain here. So with this video as well, I also decided to categorize my top foundations into two videos. There was no way I was going to be able to infuse all the foundations that I work with, that I typically would refer to as my best, in one video, and that's because my kit is a combination of both drugstore and luxury. So I decided to just do separate videos, one for drugstore and one for luxury. And today's video, we're going to be focusing on my top 6 drugstore foundations. Now, I absolutely could not. I wanted to make it top 5, but I couldn't make it top 5. I had to make it top 6, and I just felt like if I didn't add one more, I was going to be cheating, and I was just going to be unfair, because all of the products or brands that I'll be mentioning today are brands that I'll typically always use. I've used them for years, and my kit wouldn't have it. My drugstore foundation kit would not be complete without these brands and this product. So it just made sense for me to show you all the foundations from drugstore that I know that I use and I would regard as best for me. I feel like my voice is shaking. I'm very cold. Okay, so just in case you're feeling it or you're sensing it, yes, I'm struggling with cold, yeah. Anyways, before I talk too much, let's jump right into the video. So in no particular order, I'm just going to be mentioning it as my hand picks it. The first foundation from drugstore that I like, I recommend, and I think is one of the best foundations from drugstore is the True Match from L'Oreal. I think this retails for about 20 something Canadian dollars right now. And this is this is actually the first foundation that I bought from drugstore in 2014. I fell in love with this foundation in 2014, and I'm still in love with this foundation. It's lightweight. It has a light to a medium coverage. Consistency is quite I wouldn't say it's runny. It's not runny, it's not thick, it's just, I love the consistency, and I love that this product has like hyaluronic acid. I love that it's very hydrating on the skin. I also love the fact that it's very skin-like, it's very natural. So if you're somebody who has, especially for matured skin, this will be very beautiful. For people who have dry skin, normal skin, even combination skin, I have combination skin, and I love this foundation. I also love the fact that it has like, it has like a lot of shades, like the shade range is a lot to choose from. I would always have this in my kids. Like I said, I've had this since 2014. It's just a very beautiful formula. I know that L'Oreal has other foundation collections, but this True Match, the True Match range, is unbeatable to me. I love the foundation. I love how it sits on the skin. Like I said, I love how natural looking it is. I love how skin like it is. I love how hydrating it is. It's just a beautiful, it has a beautiful finish, and that's why I love this one. And the shades in this one that I have, I've got N9 Truffle, I've got Cappuccino, and I've got like a mid beige, I think. Yeah, I've got like 3 from this foundation. My second favorite foundation from Drugstore is the Maybelline Super Stay foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. It's just a very beautiful formula. I'm also aware that Maybelline has like different collections, foundation collections, but amongst all the collections they have, I know people swear by the poreless one. This I prefer 100%. Like I said, this is in no particular order. I'm just mentioning it as I grab it, so don't think that I'm mentioning it like I love them. I love all of them the same way. I have the same genuine love for each and every one. They're like my baby, so don't pick. Let's just enjoy this top 6. Alright, some of the things I like most about this foundation are the fact that it's actually very long wearing. I know it says here that it's going to give a 30-hour wear. I don't think that's true, but this definitely gives you longevity. It's a very, it doesn't, unlike the True Match, this actually gives you a more matte finish. It's a very soft matte finish, which I like. I typically don't like foundations that are too mattifying, and when I mean mattifying, too drying. I don't mind it if it's matte, but I don't like it when it's like drying. So I also don't like it when it's thick. This is definitely a full coverage foundation. It definitely can be medium. You can also share it out, but it's a full coverage foundation. It also has a wide range of shades to choose from. This is something I would recommend for anyone who has oily combination skin. If you have dry skin too, you can definitely wear it. You just need to prep, your skin right so that it doesn't get too drying on you. What else do I like about the foundation? It has a very beautiful, comfortable finish, which I like. They say it's transfer resistant. I don't think that's 100% true, but like I said, it's probably one of the best long wearing foundations from Drugstore. It's absolutely beautiful. If you're somebody who do bridals and you are trying to, and you're working and you can only afford to get like Drugstore foundations, this should definitely be in your kit. It's a very good buy. And the shades I have in this one are Coconut, Cappuccino. You always need a cappuccino. Every time you shop foundations, and if you're someone who works with women of color range, you just always need a cappuccino. There's something about that shade that I don't know, I don't seem to understand. Like, it just works. You just always use a cappuccino, so please get a cappuccino if you actually I'm naming all of these shades just in case you want to get any of the foundations and you don't know what shades to get, and you probably are a working makeup artist. Yeah, you'd definitely be using 355 Coconut. I use this all the time. You'll definitely be using a cappuccino. I also have Deep Cool. It's like the deep dark range. I also have Espresso, and I also have Warm Sun. Yeah, I've got 5 from this Maybelline Super Stay range. Love it. Now the third of my top 6 list, if you did not already know, I don't know why you do not know. But the third one is the Nuban Beauty In My Skin foundation. Off my head now, I don't know how many shades they have, but I know they have like a wide shade range to choose from. It's one of my favorite foundations. If I use it, I have to show you guys. I know that some people might be asking me, oh, it's not one of your common drugstore foundations. As far as I'm concerned, foundations are categorized into 2. If it's not drugstore, then it's luxury. If it's not accessible, then it's high-end. There's no drugstore, high-end and Nigerian products. Everything is into 2. So the fact that this is not a popular drugstore globally is included. I've included it. It's a beautiful, luminous, radiant foundation finish. Yes, I think I said that right. So let me say it again. It has a beautiful, luminous, radiant finish. If you're somebody who likes a luminous finish, if you're somebody who likes the radiant finish, if you're somebody who likes your foundation looking very smooth and sweet, this foundation is sweet. I'm running out of words. Is this as long wearing as a Super Stay foundation? I would say no. The Super Stay has a more wearing power. However, this is also a very beautiful foundation. This would also should last you with the right skin prep and the right layering. This should give you a good 6 to 8 hours wear, which is super good in my books as far as I'm concerned. If you've got dry, normal to combination skin, even oily skin, you can wear this. You just need to prep right and layer your products right. But I'll say it's more suitable for people who have dry to combination skin. If you have oily skin, maybe this wouldn't be your best bet. Yes, I said you can actually, if you prime right, you get good results from it as well. But you can as well, just if you don't like the luminous finish and you want something with more staying power, then the Maybelline is a good choice to choose from. Or just go for any other foundation from Drugstore that you think works best for you, that is more of a matte, that has more of a matte finish and is more long wearing. And also let me say that the fact that a foundation is matte doesn't mean that it's going to be long wearing. The fact that it's dry doesn't mean that it's going to automatically just last longer. And the fact that it's luminous doesn't mean it doesn't last long. That's just the finish of the foundation. It's luminous, it's matte, doesn't mean that it's long wearing. It's just the finish, like I said. So if you want something that is more long wearing, you have to get the right foundations that give you the longevity that you seek. Yeah, I just hope that I did not confuse you there. And the shades I have in this one are L3, L1, L4, D15, W8, W11. I think I've got like 6 shades. Now to number 4. My number 4 spot will be going to Iman Cosmetics. I love this foundation. I need to peek. I love this foundation. Absolutely love this foundation. I'm just sad that we don't have Iman Cosmetics here in Canada. We don't have a lot of things in Canada, which is very annoying sometimes. And every time you have to shop from either the US. It's just annoying, but that's not what we're talking about today. I love Iman Cosmetics. Like I said, I'm mentioning these products again. I'll say it again in no particular order. I love all of them just the same way. I have all of these foundations because they all have a different finish and they all serve a purpose in my kit. So that's very, very important, and that's why they are part of my best. Iman foundation is one foundation from Drugstore that doesn't even feel like a drugstore. It is luxury in a bottle. And I don't know if they have other foundation, but this one is a luxury concealing foundation. We talk about coverage, talk about a sweet finish. This also has like a soft matte, kind of like a satin finish. Not even satin, it doesn't show up, but it's not drying at all. It has that soft matte finish. Let me give it a soft matte finish. It's like I said, it has coverage. The shade range too is pretty impressive. What else again? It's also very long wearing. If I was to work on a bride and I wanted a foundation to give me coverage, to give me longevity, and to feel like luxury, I would be picking up the Iman Cosmetics foundation. I have the shades I have in this one is Ed 1, Clay 1, Clay 2, Clay 5, Ed 4. I have 4, is it 4 now? 5 shades too from Iman Cosmetics. This is, trust me, luxury in the bottle. I also have the powder foundations, and they're just beautiful. See the way I'm tapping it? It is a very beautiful foundation. So if you find your shade in this, or if you are a working makeup artist and you cannot afford to buy the Top Gun, you cannot afford to get the high-end top, luxury foundations for now, don't even bother stressing yourself. You see these ones I'm mentioning, just go for the ones that can serve you and serve your clients. You know your clients, you know what you're looking for, you know the ones that you prefer. Just, you have a lot to choose from. As long as you know what you're doing, you know why you're using them, and you also know how to layer your products to serve you, you will not regret any of the foundations that I have mentioned here today. Yes, I love Iman. I've mentioned the shades, and this, like I said, this is luxury in a bottle. It's a very beautiful foundation. Now to number 5. Number 5 will be the NYX Born to Glow foundation. This is probably one of the best things from NYX that I like, aside their butter glosses and their pencils. This is beautiful. They did something with this foundation. If I was to liken this to a high-end foundation, It's not an exact dupe, but I would say that this is quite similar to the Born This Way from Too Faced. It's very beautiful. I know it says naturally radiant foundation, that's what it gives you. And when people naturally see naturally radiant, they just feel like it's going to be like shiny and wet and all that. Yes, you get a little bit of radiance, but it's not like luminous like that. It's not just that. It's not, people feel like it's going to burn to glow, like you just be glowing and shining. No, this is the formula is very different. It's very beautiful. I love this. The shades I have in this is mocha and natural tan. Neutral tan. I have mocha, I have neutral tan, and I also have cappuccino. Like I said, you always need a cappuccino. Man of God, do yourself a favor and always get a cappuccino in the kits. Wama thank me later. Show feel me. I'm playing. But yes, you always need a cappuccino. I said that before, I'll say that again. You always need to get a cappuccino. And that's it for Born to Glow. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. Now to the last but not the least foundation in my top 6 drugstore foundation. What's the word? Okay, say list name. Let's give it up for the one and only Bloat Cosmetics. So this foundation is also one that I would always use from time to time. This is also one foundation that I know isn't in the popular drugstore, global drugstore range, but I'm including it because, like I said, if it's not high-end, it is drugstore. Bloat Cosmetics is probably one of the finest, and when I mean finest, I mean it's probably one of the finest, most beautifully done foundations in the Nigerian market. If I was to give you guys a dupe for this foundation, I'll say it's quite similar to the Danessa Merrick's foundation. They even kind of have some like the same bottle somehow. But yes, if I was to liken it, or to a high-end foundation, I would say this can compare. This is one foundation in the Nigerian market that, yes, I also feel very comfortable using on a bride. Now, with me for brides, the reason why I'm using bridal is because I'm a bridal makeup artist, and I know that with brides, longevity is key. You also want it to be like sweat and water resistant. That is key. This foundation has proven to be all that, and that's why I am taking my time to just talk about it. Now, like I said, I know that this is not globally known yet, but this Bloat Cosmetics foundation, like I said, is probably one of the best foundations out there. For the price point, this foundation is absolutely worth more than it's priced. It's luxury in a bottle. It is long wearing. It is waterproof. It is I don't know if it's transfer proof, but it's definitely waterproof and sweat proof. Yes, if you're a bridal makeup artist and you want something that would give you longevity and give you that assurance, if your bride cries or your bride is you should get this foundation. This is also full coverage. Like, you don't need too much of this. It's just amazing. And then to the finish, what does it for me in a foundation is, aside the longevity, the price, and the shade range, the finish is also very important to me. The consistency of this, it comes out thick, but it's when it's like butter. When I don't know how to explain it. When I say thick, I don't mean like the Huda Beauty thick doma that will just be thick. No, this is butter. This is luxury. This is so worth it. The shades that I have Russet, I have Sandstone, and I have Toast. Now, the thing with this foundation that I do not like is the fact that they do not have an inclusive shade range. You don't have more shades. I think you only have like 6 shades. And even in the Nigerian market, there are a lot of people we have a lot of skin tones and undertones and skin shades. So having just 6 doesn't seem to be enough. It's not enough. And that's the only con with this foundation. And I think that's something that should be worked on, Bloat should work on. If the foundation is good, and give the sisters enough shade to work with. It's just as easy as that. But a bomb. And that's it, guys. It comes to the end of this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed creating it. I also hope that you guys find this useful, especially those of you who are looking to invest in drugstore foundations but do not know what brands to choose from and all that. I hope that my recommendations help. Like I said, the fact that these are my top 6 drugstore foundations don't mean that these are the only best foundations out there, or these are the only good ones in the drugstore market out there. These are just the ones that I use, the ones that I've used over the years and I still use. These are just the ones that work for me. And I also hope that, with anyone looking to invest in drugstore foundations, this video doesn't just only help you know what brands to choose from. It also helps you to know what and what to look out for in terms of the many foundations, or in terms of the foundations that I've listed today. That's why I took my time in mentioning, not only mentioning like the shades that I have, I also took my time to mention the uniqueness of these foundations, because every foundation is different, with its own formula, with its own finish, with its own wearability issue. Everything is different. So I just hope that it helps you narrow down your search, and narrow down your purchase, and narrow down just narrow down what you'll be looking out for when you intend to invest in drugstore foundations. Till I see you again in my next one, please don't forget to like this video if you found it useful. Don't forget to comment. Let me know what foundations you have tried, and the ones that you'll probably be looking out to try, and also the ones that you use if it's not amongst the 6 that I just mentioned. I would like to know. I'm always happy to try new things. You never can know, you probably might just buy me over. So yeah, let me know in the description box below. Let me know what your thoughts are about the video and foundations that I mentioned. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. It will mean a lot to me. Join my family. Till I see you again in my next one, guys. Stay beautiful, stay safe, and bye, guys.